Iwatra on his successful assumption of the great task of moving the biggest party in Africa forward. We are proud of your leadership style and we will continue to cooperate with you to grow our great party. Fellow Lagosians, I am obliged to thank you for your superb display of leadership and immense contributions to the success of our last local government election. I also appreciate all those who aspire to position for their perseverance, patience, loyalty, and commitment. You all made the election seamless and smooth with your maturity and the Eko-Obaje spirit in you. I assure the aspirants that they will not be forgotten in our family. I also reassure you that we will refund your nomination fee as soon. I reassure you that we will refund your nomination fee as soon as the council cabinet is constituted to know who really made the list. It's a commitment from our father, and we are duty bound to make sure that we fulfill that particular directive as given by our father. We are once again gathered today to celebrate ourselves for the commitment and sense of responsibility with which we have been making our party the darlings of Lagosians. It is not a mistake that the people have since 1999 kept faith with us and held on to their trust and loyalty to our party. The secret is that we respect them a lot and do not take their interests for granted. That is why we are growing stronger by the day and giving the opposition and all other political principalities incurable headache that is pushing them further into political affairs. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today's meeting will afford us the opportunity to reflect on our performance in the last 2 years, to see how we have fared in our various assignments. As the party in power at the federal, state, and local government levels, this taking is necessary so as to know where we are and how fast we need to move to reach our targets. My first charge to you, therefore, is to let us continue to join hands to strengthen this party and show more commitment to growing it, since every politics is local. I enjoy you to get more involved and continue to make more meaningful impact on the people in your various local governments and communities. I am proud of you for standing by the party in our resolve to put Nigeria back on track as the real giant of Africa. Since we do not have any other country, our approach of confronting its myriad of problems with the right antidote is the best for a lasting solution. We endorse all the programs of our government as being relevant and effective for achieving progress and prosperity for the country and our people. We are all witnesses to the re-engineering of our country's economic fortune by the Tinubu administration, from the removal of petroleum subsidy, which all serious economics in our country consider as a drain on our economic health, to the fixing of forest market, which has eliminated the situation, the suitcase corruption, and of course, reworking of tax laws, which will help simplify our taxes by removing multiple taxations and totally eliminating taxes for small-scale business, and those at the lower cadre of employment. Now, our economy is stabilized, courtesy of Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President. We must, therefore, be the evangelists, spreading the good news of this reform all over our areas of influence. At the same time, let us share the areas where we must assist our citizens more. That is the reason we are here. Let's look for ways to be more useful to our people and our country. In moving forward, the process of continuous voters registration is on. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the journey for a successful 2023-27 elections has already taken off with the ongoing continuous voters registration exercise. This is a very important assignment which I urge you all to run with us. On our part, we have tasked all our structures to take it serious so that we can achieve success at the end of the day. To make it competitive, we have placed the following incentives on best performance regarding the ongoing continuous voters registration exercise. I'm delighted, after due consultations with the members of the State Working Committee and the State ESCO of your party, we are placing a 1 million for the polling units that record the highest registration in the ongoing PVC, while 5 million will be given to the ward that recorded the highest PVC registration in the ongoing voters registration. And to cap it all, the local government, who eventually record the highest number, will be given a sum of 20 million naira. So the competition is left to you. Go out there, go and canvass, go and mobilize, go and talk to the young ones, those that have misplaced their card, those PVCs that are defaced. This is an opportunity for you. No matter the love you have for Ashwaju, no matter the love you have for Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, no matter the love you have for your council chairman, no matter the love you have for members of the National Assembly and House of Assembly, without the PVC, you will not be able to participate. Let us go out there and take our possession so that at the end of the day, we will use our PVC to attract investment, to banish insecurity in our land. E-registration. I'm pleased to announce and solicit for your support in order to have a certificate data of membership of our party. And I'm glad the driver of that particular scheme is here with us, the National Secretary. Our party has officially commenced the e-registration of its members. Our state has been chosen to host the Train the Trainers team next month. Adequate arrangements have been made to receive delegates from other states within the zone, and will remain committed to keeping you updated on the progress of the exercise. Your full participation from the ward to the LGA is necessary for the success of the exercise. Lastly, as we are preparing for 2027 general election, I'm glad to let you know that the members of the State Working Committee of your party, to ensure unity of purpose and encourage all our members to work together for the growth of our party, we will soon commence a tour of the councils to evaluate our cohesiveness, unity, and preparedness ahead of 2027 general elections. It will afford us the opportunity to know how we are faring and if there are issues, so that we can see how best we'll be able to solve any issues arising from any of our local government. Once again, I welcome all of you to this meeting and pray that God Almighty will give us the enablement so that at the end of the day, the issues we are going to discuss, the issues that will bring to our attention will be a very, very fruitful one to us. Once again, I thank you and God bless you. APC!
That the party took when they came here and they had their full team. But I mean, these are a small team. I'm sure we can also rise up to any national league. So please accept all of us as we are. So on behalf of the Senate caucus, it is both an honor and a duty to stand before you all today at this historic Lagos APC retreat to reaffirm our total and unwavering support for the renewed mandate of our leader, mentor, and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. I'm sure if we all can recall, it is just about 2 years that Nigerians entrusted him with the leadership of our great nation. This happened at one of the most difficult moments in our history as a country. And of course, as we can recall, by the time he took over, was shaking our national direction uncertain. But yet, true to his courage and visionary spirit, President Tinubu chose the other but more honorable path. That's the path of reform, restructuring, and of course, renewal. So from his first days in office, President Tinubu confronted the deepest distortions in our economy. He started by ending the corrupt fuel subsidy regime. And of course, again, he unified the foreign exchange market and redirected our national resources towards investment that touch the lives of our people in very critical areas, such as education, healthcare, agriculture, infrastructure, and social protection. And I'm sure by the time the members of the federal executive comes up here to give their scorecard, they will be very specific in those areas. So today, less than 3 years after those bold and historic decisions, we are beginning to see results in the entire economy. Our economy is stabilizing, our physical health is improving, and our non-oil revenues have reached record levels. Nigeria has, for the first time in years, become a net exporter with trade surpluses for 5 years consecutive quarters. Our external reserves are at the highest since 2019, and our debt service ratio has been managed downwards from about 97% to about 50%. So through the bold physical and monetary reforms of the administration of President Tinubu, the states and local governments who are now have greater physical space to respond to the needs of the citizens. And I'm sure the state governor, the local government chairman can attest to this. They have all recorded high level of revenues that are meant to support the management of their respective subnationals. So we have also witnessed initiatives like NEL Fund, which has provided educational loans to over 500,000 students across the country. And of course, there is also the Credit Corps, which has extended credit to over 150,000 citizens. And this shows a government truly working for the people. Ẹ pàdé fún wa. Ṣé bó tó là ń sọ? Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ni? Ó tó là ń sọ. I will be very specific. Thank you. So his administration's commitment to workers' welfare is equally reflected in the new minimum national wage of 70,000. And one thing that is also very instructive that we all should pay attention to is the project that is called Project Bridge, which is meant to provide about 90,000 kilometer fiber optic network across the country. I want to repeat, Project Bridge. That's the initiative that is going to come on board in year 2026. And it is very, very instructive that we also are aware of it. It's a 90,000 kilometer fiber optic across the entire country. So if we had missed out on the industrial revolution, this is the positioning for the digital revolution, and it is meant to make sure that we have access, fast internet access across the nooks and crannies of Nigeria. So the president deserves a round of applause for this bold initiative. Thank you. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as a member of the 10th National Assembly, I can say confidently that the legislature has been a steadfast partner in the success story of this administration. So the National Assembly, under the able leadership of the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and of course his co-chairman, Right Honorable Tajudi Abbas, they have both worked closely with the President in translating his vision into actionable policies backed by strong legislative frameworks. And I'll cite examples of some of these initiatives that we have done in partnership with the executive, which has strengthened the renewed hope agenda. First on the list is the student loan that I mentioned earlier, which is access to higher education funding. And of course, it provided the legal framework under the Act. We have also heard about the Electricity Act, which has also decentralized the powers around electricity management. And equally of note is the Data Protection Act. And recently, we just had the Nigerian Insurance Industry Reform Act as well, which has also improved the operation of insurance businesses across the country. So the legislative interventions will continue to form the backbone of the president's reforms, and they will provide clarity, institutional backing, and operational certainty needed to make policies effective and sustainable. Distinguished party members, ladies and gentlemen, we in Lagos, the Lagos Caucus, which is the cradle of progressive politics, have long understood what visionary leadership is all about. As governor, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, like we all know, transformed Lagos into a model of physical innovation, urban development, and inclusive governance. So today, as president, is equally applying the same strategic clarity and courage to the entire federation. So on behalf of the Senate Caucus in the National Assembly, and in concert with our great party, we proudly and unequivocally will continue to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. Thank you. We have seen his courage and we have felt the impact of his reforms. We are confident in the brighter future he is building for our country. So we say to Mr. President, Lagos stands with you, the National Assembly stands with you, and Nigeria stands united behind you, behind your vision of a stronger, fairer, and more prosperous nation. Thank you all for listening, and God bless you all. Thank you very much. APC, APC, thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Mikhail Adetokunbo Abiru, and also his colleague at the National Assembly. Thank you very much. They have also made it known, they have done so well, and the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President is in the right path, and the continuity will also ensure that. On this note, I'm going straight to Mushin to bring someone forward there, a doctor, fantastic personality, the Deputy Governor of this state, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamza. Kwanda.
Obafemi ọmọ àgbàlagbà ni. Ọmọ àgbàlagbà ni. Tàbí ṣùgbọ́n sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Bàbá bí wọn lọ́mọ, ó ṣe dáadáa sílẹ̀. Ọmọ àgbàlagbà ni. Kábírì ọmọ àgbàlagbà ni.
Mr. Governor, Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, thank you very much for what you are doing. The former governors, Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, thank you very much, sir. Governor Akinwumi Ambode, we thank you very much. The party chairman, represented by the party secretary, all our party leaders, executive loyal members of our party, and of course, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Our Kábíyèsí, ẹ ṣé o, a dúpẹ́ o, adé apẹ́ lórí bàtà apẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. All our party leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let me just rest on the well-established protocol. My assignment here is to sort of give us a short synopsis of what we have done as a government in our state. So it is with great honor and deep sense of responsibility that I stand before all of us on this special day and to state that over the past 6 years, under the leadership of our governor, Governor Fashola, and guided Governor Sanwo-Olu, and under the Teams Plus agenda, an acronym for transportation management and health and environment, education and technology, making Lagos a 21st century economy, entertainment and tourism, and security and governance. We have witnessed a remarkable transformation across all sectors. And I think I can say very boldly that the team's agenda is not just a slogan, it's a blueprint for progress. It is our doctrine, it is our template, it is our DNA as a state government, to anchored on deliberate, inclusive, and sustainable development. From infrastructure renewal to human capacity building, Lagos has continued to move forward with incredible energy and purpose. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our roads and bridges have expanded to ease movement across the metropolis. Traffic management and transportation have taken new forms through initiatives like the Lagos Ride. We all know, we've seen the taxis on our road, but most importantly is the infrastructure. So we realize that a state like Lagos, roundabouts don't work because we have a vehicular density of 211 per square kilometer compared to the national average of 11. Therefore, roundabouts cannot work in Lagos. And that's why you see what has happened at different sections in Igondo, at Allen Avenue, across the state, to make sure that we do signalization. And of course, we've seen the first and last mile buses that we procured, about 4,000 of them, to take people to the inner roads. Then the Lagos Blue Line, and continued investment in waterways, all aim at providing a safe, reliable, and efficient means of mobility for our people. In the health sector, our administration has built and expanded primary health care centers and introduced innovative schemes such as Ilera Eco, health insurance plan with about 850,000 Lagosians now engaged, ensuring that health care is not a privilege but a right accessible to every Lagosian. In education, we have continued to invest heavily in infrastructure technology and teacher training. The Eco Excel initiative has improved the quality of learning in our primary school. So what we found out is that one of the biggest challenges in our school is absenteeism. So we gave all our teachers a tablet that is geo-referenced. So when you are in class, you turn it on, we know that you are not somewhere just selling clothes, but you are in a classroom. And that allows us to be able to track. And then, so for me, I have on my computer today, I have all the primary schools and secondary schools, and I can track attendance. I can track results of all primary schools. So it's important so that we can know that why is class 4A doing well and class 4B is not doing well. So is it the teacher? Is it that we are not teaching well? So the Eco Excel initiative has really empowered us to be able to analyze and see things. So the vision to make Lagos a 21st century economy has driven the expansion of our technology ecosystem. I think that Senator Abiru just spoke about the fiber infrastructure that the federal government is embarking on. Already, Lagos has almost finished the first phase of the 3,000-kilometer fiber optics for Lagos. The second phase is 6,000. So we will now have to work with the federal government, Federal Ministry of Science and Technology, and then, of course, Innovation and Digital Economy to link up this infrastructure. As we know, it is clear that a kilometer of bandwidth increases the GDP of every nation by 6%. In advanced country, they said in the developed world, it can increase it by 14%. So we must thank the federal government for doing that. And then, of course, Lagos State, like I said, has started with 3,000. We get to 6,000, linking up with the 90,000 that the federal government wanted to do. So in security and governance, our administration has continued to prioritize security with enhanced support for all the security agencies through the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. The result is a state that remains peaceful, resilient, and investor-friendly. Esteemed and loyal party stakeholders, it is on this statement that Lagos State government, under the leadership of our governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has become a hope for all Nigerians. Last year, Lagos rose to new heights, launching the transformative project like the Red Line, expanding our Blue Line operations and delivering groundbreaking initiatives in health, education, and youth empowerment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not, however, by accident. It came through deliberate plans and actions aimed at making life more meaningful for our people. For instance, to date, we have completed 276 road projects, including bridges, link bridges, and pedestrian infrastructure. We have also over 51 other projects that is going on at different stages of completion. One of them is the Mende or Jota bridge. When it is opened, it's a fantastic infrastructure that I'm sure that we will all like. And I think it's important for me to say this, because people say, we've seen on television when people say, oh, what is the cost of a road per kilometer? Well, it depends. It depends. So that bridge that we are doing at Mende, to do the road, the main road, we have to pay. Because you know that place has been a dump yard for long. It's a place where there are garbages, and in order to actually do that road, we have to sand fill up to 1.1 meter, something like this. So if you do 1.1 meter, and it's about 8 kilometers in terms of sizes. So because if it's one lane, you can't compare it to 2-3 lanes. So that is about 800,000 square cubic meter of sand. A tipper is only 5 cubic meter. So if you divide 850 something by 5, you are talking 300,000 tippers. So how much is a tipper of sand? So those asking those questions, those are the things they should ask. So similarly, work is going on at different bus terminals in Lagos. As you know, Lagos is a big city with millions of people moving every day. So we are almost finished with, we've done the Ipaja bus terminal, the Abuja bus terminal and depot along the Ado Road, junction improvement and pedestrian bridge are nearing completion. Additionally, the construction of the BRT lane along Lagos-Badagry Expressway is progressing, with sections from Doyin, Orile to Mile 2 under development. As we all know, history was made last year with the completion and commissioning of the first phase of the 27-kilometer red line. This red line, on which passenger operation commenced October 15, 2024, is serving about 500,000 passengers every day. This initial phase covers a 27-kilometer stretch from Agbado in Ogun State to Onyigbo in Lagos, with 8 stations at key areas: Agbado, Iju, Agege, Ikeja, Oshodi, Mushin, Yaba, and Onyigbo. Because of traffic improvement, because we don't want trains to actually intersect with vehicles, so there are 4 vehicular overpasses that were built, 3 pedestrian bridges, and integration with Ikeja, Oshodi, Yaba, and Onyigbo bus terminal, among many other features. The plan is to connect the red line with the blue line, another part of the MRT system. Work has already commenced on the second phase of the blue line, which we extend it from Mile 2 to Kokomaiko. Kindly permit me to let you know that Lagos State Government has also signed an MOU with the Federal Ministry of Finance, Incorporated MOFI, to kickstart the exploratory work on the development of the 68-kilometer Green Line, which will connect Marina to Lekki Free Trade Zone, along one of the fastest industrial corridors of the continent. In order to improve water transportation, we have just last Friday launched the Omi Eco project, which is set to revolutionize water transportation. The project covers the construction of inland waterways infrastructure, including 15 priority ferry routes, the dredging and marking of 140 kilometers of channel, and the development of 25 ferry terminals and jetties with electric charging points. So these ferries are actually electric, so it's improving our environment. And of course, it's taking a lot of people away from the road. So it focuses on sustainable operations with over 75 electric power ferries, intelligent transport system for ticketing and passenger information, and capacity building for Lagos State Waterways Authority. As you know, those of us that has the Cowrie card today, Lagosians, about 4.8 million of them have that Cowrie card. And I'm happy to say that that technology was done by 2 young Nigerians. We didn't go to London or anywhere. It was done right here in Lagos. So our goal is to give Lagosians more options to move safely and efficiently while easing congestion and supporting economic growth. The Lagos State Ferry Service, Black Ferry, operates on 24 routes, utilizing 16 terminals and jetties, and deploying 20 commercial boats. Some of those boats, a lot of them were bought by Lagos State government. The idea is that we must have a skin in the game, so that private sector can also then come and take it from there. Construction is at an advanced stage on 13 other jetties across the state, in addition to the upgrade of existing jetties. In May 2024, we launched 15 new high-capacity ferries fabricated and assembled in Lagos, and we intend to launch a second batch of 10 very soon, bringing the total number to 25. On housing, we have commissioned the 24th housing scheme delivered in the life of this administration, with the inauguration of the last one, which is a 420 flats or units, which we named after our revered father, Akinsoya Sonia Joseph Estate in Ajara Badagry. The inauguration scheme and the housing scheme created over 20,000 jobs, both directly and indirectly, in the course of this construction. So in the past 6 years, we have successfully added about 12,000 homes, units, to the Lagos housing market, which were dedicated to people across all income levels throughout the 5 divisions of the state. So as part of the plan to offer the citizenry unhindered access to quality healthcare system, the new Mercy Hospital is under construction, It will be the biggest pediatric facility in West Africa. The construction of 280-bed general hospital in Ojo and the psychiatric hospital in Ketu Ejini is also well underway. Infrastructure upgrades at Ibejuleki General Hospital and Lagos General Hospital Odon Idon are also progressing steadily. To improve education, we have completed the construction of enormous number of new classroom blocks at various schools across the state, including in Alimosho, Ojodu, Apapa, and Ojo, while construction is ongoing at various schools in Apapa, Aja, Itire, Mushi, Agege, and many other areas. Today, Lagos stands tall as a model of excellence and a beacon of good governance. Other states across Nigeria has continued to visit Lagos to understudy our systems from taxation and revenue administration to traffic management, healthcare delivery, and urban planning. This is not by chance. It's a product of consistency, planning, and execution. Distinguished party leaders and stakeholders, in a few moments, because like they say, seeing is believing, we will show a short 5 minutes visual presentation that will be here to highlight some of these achievements. We often say that pictures and figures speak louder than words. And this presentation will visually reinforce what I've just said or what I've just presented here. Distinguished party leaders and loyal members, I want to use this moment to sincerely appreciate all of us for our steadfastness, your loyalty and unwavering belief in our great party. Your cooperation, loyalty, and steadfastness have been the beacon of our success, especially for Mr. President. Together, we have built a Lagos that works, a Lagos that continues to lead. As we look forward to the future, we must recognize the importance of continuity. The leadership at the federal level, under the visionary guidance of our Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has continued to demonstrate courage, vision, and commitment to national transformation. The reform being experienced under the leadership of our revered leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, have been driven by renewed hope, productive governance, and economic recovery. It is therefore in our interest and the interest of our country that we as loyal members of APC family in Lagos State endorse and support the leadership at the federal level. We owe it to our party, to our state, and to our nation to continue to build upon the achievements that we have made. Let us go back to our wards, our local government, and our constituencies as ambassadors of this great party, spreading the message of good governance, unity, and progress. Let us mobilize, sensitize, and encourage others to stand firmly behind our leaders, confident that the continuity of progressive leadership will bring even greater prosperity to our people. As I conclude, dear trustworthy party leaders and loyal party members, Lagos has always led by example. Let us continue to be the standard bearer of excellence, productivity, and unity. We thank the governor of our state for his steadfastness. We thank all our leaders. We thank Mr. Speaker and the House of Assembly for working together. Together we will ensure that the legacy of good governance continues, both in Lagos State and across Nigeria. Therefore, we must endorse, support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I thank you all for listening.
Your Excellencies, leaders of the All Progressive Congress in Lagos State, please kindly bear with us. We are going to bring in the Honorable Minister of Education now. Please, we want the slide, so please cue that immediately. We want to bring the Honorable Minister of Education in Lagos State, His Excellency Honorable Tuji Alausa will have his presentations, and immediately after that, we will also have the Honorable Minister from Trade and Industry, why the finance will end that sections. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me as I invite the Honorable Minister of Education, our own distinguished Dr. Tuji Alausa. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. This is the pointer. Where is it? Okay, good. Okay. I've been given specific assignment, but before I start, APC.
Progress.
APC.
Progress.
APC.
Progress.
Let me begin by just by acknowledging the governor of Lagos State, our host, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and then I would respectfully adopt the existing protocol because I've been asked to come and do specific assignments, to come and give the scorecard of our party, the scorecard of our father, of our leader, of our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, in the education sector. We have a father, a leader, and a president that tenaciously, fervently believes in improving human life, in improving human capital. We had the president as the governor of Lagos State. He transformed Lagos State and laid the pathway for every successive governor to follow, from Governor Babatunde Fashola to Governor Ambode and now Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. We're seeing this transformation ongoing, continuum of governance. This is what this president is doing now at the federal level. In short, 26 months, this president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has done what no other president in the last 30 years have done. I'm going to come to my specific assignment, but it'll be remiss of me if I don't encapsulate what other people have said. Fuel subsidy gone, foreign exchange arbitrage gone. We have a new tax law in the history of our country in over 53 years. New minimum wage, rule of law all over the country. EFCC is not harassing anybody except you haven't done the right thing. People are working freely all over the country. There's a breadth of civility in our country. We Lagosians today, we should stand shoulder high and be proud of what the president is doing for Nigeria. So let's give our president a big round of applause. Now, let me go to what I've been asked to do, to present our party's scorecard in the education sector. I've tried to do this in a way not to bore you, but like what the president will say all the time, without data, it's like you're flying blind. So I need to present the data so that every single Nigerian can see what this president has done, what our party APC has done to transforming our education sector in Nigeria. Next slide. Before we go, next slide please. Before we can appreciate what it's been done in the last 26 months, we need to know where we're coming from. Before, just as about this president was taking over as a leader, as a president of this country, these are the staggering data that we have. The enrollment rate in our school at a low rate of 62%. We have about 15 million people after school. The literacy rate of about 27%. Numeracy rate of about 25%. And we look at some of the systemic gaps we have. Limited resources to fund their education. The entire Amajiri and out-of-school children in the north, no clear integration on how we will be integrating them back to formal education. Significant untapped demography. Over 25% of our youth are not in school, they are not in any employment, and not in any training. So, what did the president direct us to do? We set out with a clear 6-point agenda. If you've seen, I've broken this down into 3 areas: access, quality, and systemic gaps. Next slide, please. Next slide. So, we came up with the Nigeria Education Sector Renewal Initiative for Renewed Hope. Clear focus on how we're going to address the problem in access, problem with quality, and the problem with systemic gap. Next slide. Clear 6 priority areas to transform and move our education forward. Technical, expansive agenda to expand technical, vocational education and training. Renewed agenda towards STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences. We set our clear path to tackle the bludgeoning out of school children. 15 million Nigerians are out of school. Focus on girl child education. And as well, we need to now begin to quality assure the education we're giving our children, even the teacher that are training them. And then an expansive agenda on data and digitalization. Next slide, please. Now, within the last 26 months, we've been able to verify about 1.4 million, and I'm happy to report today, of these 1.4 million people, we have 250,000 currently being enrolled as the first cohort in our technical education training, which will span between 6 to 12 months. We've changed the extensive trade. We've focused on trades that matter: solar photovoltaic installation and maintenance, livestock, electrical installations, on trade that matters. Trades where previously people were coming from Republic of Benin to build a house, to do a tile. So our TVET agenda is operational. We have 350,000 Nigerians enroll youth in the first cohort. Next slide, please. Now, we're talking about improving access to education via TED Fund alone. In areas of human capital development, we've trained 28,000 teachers just within the last 26 months. We've given over 5,000 a PhD sponsorship, 4,000 master's sponsorship. Today, in this 2025 year alone, we're spending about 700 billion to do 6 things in all our tertiary institutions. We build student hostels, we build our laboratories in our universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. We build our engineering workshop. We build lecture theaters and student and lectures auditorium. This within the last this year alone. We've also spent about 70 billion improving infrastructures in 18 medical schools in the 6 geopolitical zones. With our energizing education program, today 28 universities have independent mini-grid, generating between 3 megahertz to 12 megahertz. Our goal, by 2027, all our tertiary institutions will have independent solar mini-grid. The president has committed about 1.1 trillion naira to ensure that this happens. Next slide, please. With our NEF fund, you heard Senator Abiru talked about this earlier on. This is a signature program of the president. Within the first 3 months, the president personally coordinated the writing of the act of this bill, which later became a act. Today, I'm happy to report that about 600,000 students across our tertiary institutions have benefited from NER fund. We spent about 107 billion to date within just 2 years. 46 billion in direct subvention grant to students and 61 billion to those institutions. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, when it comes to foundational education, we're not just tackling tertiary education, we're building it from the base. Today, within the last 24 months, we've retrained about 1 million teachers. We've spent 22 billion to the state to help their suburb improve teacher capacity. Next slide. We've also built and rehabilitated over 10,000 schools across the nations. We've supplied over 1 million textbooks across our nations, and we're using technology to now train our children for the first time. We just launched a smart board that we're putting in all schools. We've deployed the first phase of that 1,000 smart board delivered across all our schools. We need to use AI. This smart board, it's so interactive. The student can go back after school to look at their lessons. Now, in terms of policy and institutional reforms, we revise the national curriculum. Nigeria history is back. Civic studies is back. We need to rebuild patriotism in our students. We revised our matching grant. Our states are matching their funds more. Today, in this year, in the last 2 years, we've disbursed almost 300 billion naira to our suburb. Next slide. What are we doing about girl child education? We have our AJAR program, a World Bank credit. We've added $700 million more to the existing $1.5 billion that we got. So we now have $2.1 billion directed to girl child education. We also have a First Lady helping us to support us. Just 2 weeks ago, Our Excellency, Senator Tinubu, distributed 2.5 billion naira worth of sanitary pad to 370,000 students across the nation. We've cascaded it into our national education plan. UBEC will be taking care of this to now begin to distribute this on a month-to-month, year after year to these young ladies. We don't know the importance of menstruation in young women. This, when they don't have the capacity to maintain their private hygiene, their personal hygiene, they don't come to school. It affects their self-confidence. It affects their ability to live within the society. We're tackling these problems ground up. We're not leaving any stone untouched. We're also giving opportunities for people that did not go to school earlier. We're building more alternative schools for girls. So far, the First Lady has championed this. We have about 42 schools being built across the nation as we speak. About 28 of them fully operational. Next slide, please. Now, what are we doing about our Nigerian out of school? Today, we started, when we came in, we started with about 1.5 million. I can tell you confidently, we're aggregating and disaggregating the data now. We've been able to move about 3 million children out of school within 2 years. I think the president deserves a huge round of applause here. We've mapped our Amajiri. We're using technology. We know where all these children are. We've mapped them. We've geotagged them. We're now partnering with private schools to move these kids into private school for a change in the country. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, you need money to do anything. This president committed that whatever he promises, he delivers on it. For the first time, we have significant funding to education, over 300% increase in budgetary allocation to education within the last year-over-year, within the last 2 years. Beyond that, we're a rich country. We shouldn't base our development on grant. We've taken the bull by the horn. We're using increased domestic resource mobilization as well as development financing. Look at what we're spending in education alone. $1.2 billion in a Hajj loan to support our adolescent girls. Over $500 million to support foundational learning. Another $520 million to support governance in education. $130 million to support skills and jobs. Another $120 million directed to basic education, learning and numeracy. We're spending another $30 million to support our marginaries. This is phenomenal. This has never happened in the history of this country. Now, let's go to the final report card. Next slide, please. We're also using data. We're strengthening our relationship with the subnational government. The National Library that has been abandoned for 20 years will see the light of the day in the next few months. The president has committed that he will give enough funding to finish this project. Our First Lady, Her Excellency, is also helped. She used her birthday to help us raise $25 billion to support the library project. I think Her Excellency, our First Lady, deserves a huge round of applause here for her benevolence and her support for education, health, and social protection. Now, give me 1 second, please. We need to present data, please. Okay, next slide, please. Now, these were the things the president promised when he campaigned. We have a president that when he makes his promises, he ensures that those promises are met. Now, let's go over the scorecard. Significant increase in educational funding, we're exceeding targets. We check that off. Continuous compulsory education, we're exceeding target. We check that off. Training, checked off. Build and repair secondary school via public partnership, checked off. We develop teacher training colleges, establish local technology institute, vocational training, exceeding target. Promote vocational entrepreneurial training, checked off. Strengthen university-industry linkage to our triple LEs, checked off. Now, let me ask everyone here, and let me ask Nigerians, and let me ask the world. If you have a student that scored 8.5 over 9, which translates into 95%, what grade would you give that? Is that just a pass, or good, or what do you call it? A distinction. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has scored distinction in education sector. These are data. These are not just words. These are verifiable data. So, does the president deserve another 4 years? Does the president deserve another 4 years? Does the president deserve another 4 years? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu till 2031. Congratulations, APC. Congratulations, Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Aṣíwájú máa ló bóyá o. Ó kọ́kọ́ ní ó yọ subsidy. Ẹ̀yìn tó yọ subsidy, ó fowó kọ́wọ́ state. Ó gbé jáàkì ó tún lọ sókè àkànbí nínú gbogbo wọn. Ẹni láyà ló lè.
All right, thank you very much. His Excellencies. Thank you very much. Time is of essence. There's no doubt that Mr. President has done so well. And please, we are going to appreciate the subsequent speakers maintain the 5 minutes. We have 2 speakers more. The Honorable Minister of Trade and Industry. We have presentations now, and also the Minister of Finance will also have there. So please, on this note, I want to bring in the Honorable Minister of Trade and Industry. So please rise and also give us our presentation. A round of applause for the ministers. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Time is of essence.
Minister, aṣíwájú ṣọwọ́ náà gbọ́nlé. Olódò rẹ̀ ṣọwọ́ náà ṣó ń gbọ́. Ọmọ olódò rẹ̀. Ọmọ olódò rẹ̀. Ọmọ olódò rẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi kakọ̀ bí o.
Thank you very much. Legend, thank you very much, the legend.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Governor, please allow me to rest on the very well adumbrated protocols. I bring you greetings from my boss, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. There comes a time in the history of every nation, a defining moment in time, an inflection point when history can attest to the confluence of visionary ideas with courageous execution and uncommon political acumen, all embodied in one great leader. Being a great leader does not mean that you are perfect or without flaws. It simply means that in spite of our earthly frailties, which we all have, a person is able to overcome the forces that keep us tied to the norm and defy gravity by shooting from the start an outlier in every respect. The current President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is one such leader whose time has come, and ours is truly a story of renewed hope. We gather today, yes, please give him a round of applause, not just to celebrate progress, but to reaffirm a promise that under the renewed hope agenda championed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Nigeria is rising again. Nigeria is leading again. Just yesterday, I was in Geneva, Switzerland, representing Nigeria at the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, a gathering of 195 countries that happens once in every 4 years, at which Nigeria played a leading role for Africa to the world on trade issues in these turbulent times. Under the leadership of our great party, our mission over the past 2.5 years has been clear: to build an economy that works for everyone, to create jobs, attract investment, and make Nigeria the #1 destination for business in Africa. And we are not just talking about change, we are delivering it. The kind of momentum that resonates confidence of investors across the world. On day one, Mr. President announced the removal of fuel subsidy, unified the exchange rates, and brought transparency and certainty to businesses and investors. These were tough decisions that needed courage, but even the toughest critics have to admit that Mr. President has stabilized this economy. And the world is taking notice. Finch and Moody upgraded Nigeria's ratings for the first time in a decade. Capital inflows into our economy tripled from $4 billion to over $12 billion. non-oil exports surged by 21%. And this is not theory. This is impact, and it did not happen by accident. The Tinubu-led APC administration has revolutionized Nigeria's tax architecture for the first time in decades. And these tax legislations are poised to deliver more income for government, as well as a friendlier and more efficient system for businesses operating in Nigeria from January 1, 2026. I should also mention the Investment and Securities Act of 2025, another game changer for investors in our economy. In trade facilitation, the Nigerian Customs Service, through the ongoing National Single Window Project, which has defied successive administrations, is happening now due to bold leadership of Mr. President. We have also prioritized pushing Nigeria's non-oil exports using the African Continental Free Trade Area and are already delivering tangible results. Foreign direct investment is up nearly 80%. And Mr. President's visits to France, India, Brazil, from Colombia to UAE have restored confidence. His message is clear. Nigeria is open for business. The world is a big place. There are new friends to be made and older strategic friends to be maintained. Nigeria is not just participating in Africa's future. We are leading it. We have signed or in the process of negotiating several new trade and investment agreements. We've launched an air cargo corridor to 13 Eastern and Southern African countries in partnership with Uganda Air that has reduced costs by 50 to 75% with trade intelligence and market access. Importantly, at the African Union Summit of Heads of State in February this year, Mr. President was the only president to receive a personal commendation, and Nigeria was named co-champion of the Digital Trade Protocol under the AFCFTA. With industry, manufacturing is growing again. We are building industrial parks, reviving factories, and creating jobs. 4 new parks with over 16,000 jobs, 350 billion naira in affordable credits to SMEs, clusters in textile, automotives, and agro-processing. Made in Nigeria is becoming a badge of pride, powered by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision for inclusive prosperity. Under the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, we are prioritizing the acceleration of investments, production, and competitiveness, a portfolio I'm privileged to lead representing Lagos State at the Federal Executive Council. And this is leadership, this is vision, this is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda at work. Before he became president, he delivered this in Lagos State, and the Lagos model, rooted in discipline, innovation, and partnership. What started in Lagos is now becoming Nigeria's success story, and this is how we're building the renewed hope agenda. So under the Tinubu-led administration, Nigeria is moving forward with purpose, performance, and pride. Investors are returning, jobs are growing, confidence is being restored, and we are delivering the campaign promises we made, which is why Mr. President deserves another 4 years in office. As we look ahead to 2027 and beyond, we stand behind President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, a leader who has shown courage, delivered results, and inspired hope. Thank you for your attention, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister. On this note, like I said, time is of essence. We're going to call on the representative of the Finance Minister to please come forward. And please, let's ensure 5 minutes is 5 minutes. Time is of essence. Thank you very much.
ìgbọ́rọ̀ ní ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa.
APC, APC. Good afternoon, Mr. Governor, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, distinguished leaders of our great party, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to stand on all existing protocols. It is indeed a privilege to be here this afternoon at this important forum, a gathering that brings together visionary leaders, committed party members, and passionate supporters of our progressive cause. I have the great honor of representing the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Olawale Edo. The Honorable Minister sends his warm greetings and deep appreciation for the invitation to be part of this distinguished gathering. He is unavoidably absent today due to an urgent official assignment in Abuja, but he has prepared a special audio message to share his thoughts and contribution to this important dialogue. Let us now take a moment to listen to the Honorable Minister's recorded remarks. Thank you all.
APC progress. Progress APC. I am Wale Edu, Honorable Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy. Your Excellencies, Chairman APC, Engineer Nentawe Yilwata, Chairman APC Lagos State, Pastor Cornelius Ojelabi JP, our Chief Host, Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, Chairman, Governor's Advisory Council, Lagos State, Prince Tajuddin Oluyole Olusi, members of the Lagos Governor's Advisory Council, distinguished stakeholders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press. Let me first of all apologize for my unavoidable absence at this historic, this momentous, and this all-important stakeholders forum, where we look at the progress so far that we have made as a party, as a nation, as a society, and as an economy under the able leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Distinguished party leaders, loyal stakeholders, brothers and sisters of our great APC family, we know that our president, a son of Lagos, a man of vision, and a leader who promised renewed hope, is delivering it step by step, day by day. Today, the story of our economy is changing. We are turning the corner. Nigerians are beginning to see the fruits of the sacrifices we have made together. As the saying goes, when the roots go deep, the tree will surely grow. What we planted in 2023 through bold reforms is now yielding fruit. For the first time in a decade, Nigeria's economy is growing at over 4%, double what it was before this administration. That means more factories are running, more Nigerians are working, and more goods are being produced right here at home, and our exports are increasing. This growth didn't happen by accident. It is a direct result of President Tinubu's bold reforms, removing distortions, restoring fairness, and creating space for every Nigerian to thrive. Our industrial sector nearly doubled its growth, a clear sign that investors are returning and Nigeria is working again. Agriculture and services also grew strongly, showing that our farmers, traders, and entrepreneurs are bouncing back with energy. What's the key message? From just 2% growth before this administration to over 4% today, Nigeria's economy is moving in the right direction. But we're not stopping there. Our goal is 7% per annum growth at least, so that it is strong enough to lift millions of our people out of poverty and put real money back into the hands of Nigerians. Because we know when the economy grows, the tailor gets more orders, the driver gets more tips, and the trader sells more goods. And the rise in the cost of living is easing gradually. We know that times have been tough. Prices went up and families have had to adjust. But I bring you the good news. Inflation is coming down. In September, it had dropped to 18%, making 6 straight months of decline. That means the rise in prices is slowing and relief is on the way.
All right, thank you very much. Time is of essence. Because of time, on this note, I'm allow Faniati Losodo Babawa, Agbo Shelu, Tiamoni, Pileko, a great leader, the Oluyole of this word, Omoba Moye, the chairman of the GAC in Lagos State. We just want to hear a word from Baba. Kako Boro, Lani Shejuko, Simeji, Lenu Baba, Nitori Akoko. Baba wa Tajudeen Oluyole Olusi Kagboro Agba lẹ́nu wọn láàrin ìṣẹ́jú kan sí méjì nítorí àkókò tí gbogbo àwọn àgbàlagbà tí wọ́n ti láǹfààní àti làákàlẹ̀. Thank you very much. Our great leader, the chairman of the GAC in Lagos State, a great leader, Tajudeen Oluyole Olusi Kagboro Agba lẹ́nu Agba. Thank you very much, sir.
Ọmọ Lucy bàbá wa, ara yíyálé, ẹ lálàáfíà, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o. Bàbá wa, ara yíyálé, ẹ lálàáfíà, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o.
Ẹ ṣé o.
Oríyàlé bàbá wa, ara yíyálé, ẹ lálàáfíà, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa o. Bàbá wa, ara yíyálé.
Ẹ ṣé o, ẹ ṣé o. Let me get your approval or your permission to follow the already established protocol. However, I want to pay my respects to our governor, our hard-working governor, the governor of Lagos State, Governor Sanwo-Olu, and his entire cabinet, including my son, the deputy governor. I also want to pay my respects to all my colleagues, all the leaders of the party, particularly members of the GAC. I also want to pay my respects to all the Obas who are present in this hall. They are holding the fort. They are representing our father,
they were keeping, our inherited culture, history, everything. And they are part of the government. Kábíyèsí o, mo dúpẹ́ o, mo kí Ògbóni Ọ̀pẹ́lúwà Onídò, òun ni ló ń ṣe aṣojú bàbá wa ẹ̀yìn Elékò ọba ẹ̀yìn Akínlolú. Èmi máa ń rántí orin púpọ̀, mo kí Ọ̀pẹ́lúwà, wọ́n ní awo wa ti ṣẹ́ ọjọ́ ti pẹ́ o, awo Ọ̀pẹ́ Molúwa ọmọ Òṣù, òun pẹ́ lọ́ba ní kòró rèbìnì bàbá gbáwo àwádìí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n dúró ń bẹ̀. So, I also pay my respects to all members of the party and all dignitaries present in this hall. I am very, very happy to be here. I want to particularly thank our party chairman for arranging this gathering. More grace to your elbows. This type of meeting is very, very necessary for you to be able to take results, for you to be able to evaluate what we are doing, and for us to be able to make suggestions. But before I go into the debates, we have had reports. Even before this meeting, we have had reports, from the various newspapers in our country, radio comments, radio reports about the progress and the laudable things and objects that has been coming from our president. So we thank God. Earlier, I want to mention that I am particularly happy in the sense that I represent, a generation, the living generation, the diminishing generation, and to be blunt, the dying generation. But I want to say, and I want to claim, that our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a product of that generation. So he is a product of my generation. And a number of us present here were instrumental to moving the president from the field of business, from the field of investment, to the area of politics for the betterment of our country. I also remember that it is this movement that was instrumental in also moving my son, the former Attorney General of Lagos State and the former Federal Minister of Works, who had also performed wonderfully during his tenure as Federal Minister. So we are indeed grateful, that all those being mentioned are product of our generation. So I want to thank God on your behalf. I want to commend Mr. President and all members of his cabinet. They are all devoted, they are all hardworking, and they are performing wonderfully for the interest of our country. God the Almighty shall continue to increase their strength and their knowledge for the benefit of our country. I have listened to the various comments. We do not have enough time, but my first suggestion is that the parties should set up a committee. That committee will review, all the submissions of various speakers. My observation is that our elected representatives are far away from the people. Our elected representatives, our honorable members, members of the National Assembly, and I do not want to blame them totally. The party has a blame. I have observed that most of our elected representatives do not attend senatorial meetings. They do not attend local government meetings. They do not attend world meetings. And so, therefore, they are distanced from the people. And therefore, they are not in a position to render reports to the people. I want to commend the governor of Lagos State, the government of Lagos State. The deputy speaker gave a very brilliant report. The deputy governor gave a very brilliant report. However, I, as someone who has to review and examine, I am at pains that most of these achievements are not known to the common people. It is painful. Sometimes I listen, I watch the television, I listen to the radio. People talk about achievements, what Lagos State has been doing, but I am in this system, and I know that a number of the common people. And that also extends to our achievements at the federal level. We have talked about solar lights being distributed, being implemented in a number of places. I want to tell you that there are people who are living in these areas that they do not know this contribution of federal government to their well-being. So it is important that we look into this, that we must establish regular meetings for the legislators to report and to listen to the people. I also want to mention that the contribution of the federal government as financially to the development of the various states has not been adequately acknowledged by our governors. And I think it is important that they should do that. I want to give you an example. There was a day I was talking to my governor, the governor of Lagos State, and I made reference to a percentage, a constitutional provision, and the governor said, so therefore we should pray for our president. We should thank him for all the support that he has made for the governor. So by the grace of God, come 2027, we shall win. Mo lè fi orin parí ẹ̀, orin tá máa ń kọ yẹn. Wọ́n ní tógun bá lè àwa ó jẹ́ o, bógun bá lè àwa ó jẹ́ o, ẹ lọ túnra mú. Ó ṣe ẹ lọ túnra mú ọmọ APC, bógun bá lè àwa ó jẹ́ o. Thank you and God bless.
Ohun àgbàlagbà ni Olúyọ̀lé ọmọ ọba Olúsì. Bàbá. Tókùn balẹ̀ àwa ó jẹ́. Tókùn balẹ̀ àwa ó jẹ́. Ẹ lọ túnra mú. Oyè ẹ lọ túnra mú ẹgbẹ́ APC. Tókùn balẹ̀ àwa ó jẹ́. Bàbá bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí o. Bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí o.
All right,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí o.
All right.
Ó bá wọlé kù lé. Ìwà bí ni bí kìíhùn ni. Kìíhùn ni kìíhùn. Ìbà àwọn omi dúdú. Omi dúdú fojú dáró. Ó fojú dáró kò lè rẹ̀ṣọ́. Kò lè rẹ̀ṣọ́ kò lè rẹ̀. Kò lè rẹ̀ jíjì ìpààrọ̀. Gbógun balẹ̀ àwa ó jẹ́. Gbógun balẹ̀ àwa ó jẹ́. Gbógun balẹ̀ àwa ó jẹ́.
All right,
Gbógun balẹ̀.
thank you very much.
Ẹ lọ túnra mú.
K1 the ultimate.
Ẹ lọ túnra mú ẹgbẹ́ APC o. Gbógun balẹ̀ àwa ó jẹ́.
Thank you very much.
Gbogbo ajé
Thank
rẹ̀
you.
máa kú wéré o. Èrè ló bí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́. Ajere tó lóun fẹ́ wòdò. Èrè ló bí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́.
APC. 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 We are now at the moment we have been waiting for. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, His Excellencies, great leaders of the All Progressive Congress across Nigeria. It is one of the best movements in Lagos, Center of Excellence. If you're ready, I am ready too. On this note, I have the honor to let you know I'm going to bring forward this great leader, Pilot One Lagos Affair, the governor of Lagos at this time, the man who became the governor of Lagos at the time a Lagosian become the president of Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to let you know that the moment we are waiting for is now. fantastic party stalwart, members of the All Progressive Congress, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me just use the voice of Mr. President describing this man. And I quote, Mr. President said, "I want to say this, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, you are a man of honor and dignity. You have continued to be on the path of excellence. You have never deviated. Continue with the path of success." Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring in the Governor of Lagos State. While the slide is on, Mr. Governor will join us here. Who am I referring to? Mr. Selebu Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. Immediately after the slide, we'll have Mr. Governor to address this great gathering. Thank you very much. Thank you. A round of applause for the Honorable His Excellency Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu. Make some
Thank you very much. Thank you. APC.
Progress.
APC. APC. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I say go on you. I fẹ́ dúpẹ́. Okay. Great Nigerian student of APC. Great Nigerian student of APC. For the greatest of APC youth. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Eshegonyo, I want to acknowledge all our leaders, our fathers that have taken time to join us at this very important stakeholders meeting. From my brother governors, former governors of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola and Akim Ambode, thank you very much. You've been with us right from the beginning and you're still sitting here patiently. To all of our fathers, members of the Governor's Advisory Council, from Alhaji Prince Tajuddin Oluyole Olusi, to all of you that have graced this occasion very warmly here today, thank you very much. To our National Assembly members, our distinguished senators, members of our House of Representatives, that have all turned out in large number, each and every one of you. Thank you very, very much. This is you deferring and knowing that the party's function is also paramount and is important. You have dropped every other thing you are doing in Abuja to come and attend this party stakeholder meeting. Thank you very much. To the Speaker and the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly, the Speaker of the Uncommon House, the most progressive house in the country, and to all the 37 active members of this house, I acknowledge each and every one of you. Thank you very much for your support of our party at all levels. To all the leadership of our party at the state level, at the zonal level, there are a lot of zonal officers that are here that have come with the national secretary of the party. Thank you very, very much to our national zonal leaders that are here. Thank you. To all our chairmen that are here, brand new Tiaroba, 3-month-old chairman of our local government and LCDA, thank you very, very much. Our LGA chairman, thank you very much. To all of our traditional institutions, Kabiyesi, ẹ ṣé gan ni o, there are 7 Lagos, to Ayongunrin, and all of you that have come from the entire Ibile division of Lagos State. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o, àjọṣewapọ̀ kò ní dàrú o, gbogbo iṣẹ́ tẹ́yin náà ń ṣe ládùúgbò fáwọn èèyàn wa, níṣẹ́ lásán, ẹ ṣé gan ni o, ẹ kú múlùdó, ẹ ṣé gan ni o, irú ẹ̀ka ẹ̀yin náà, wọ́n ní ẹ lò gbọ́ pẹ́pẹ́ ni o, tẹ́nà làwa, kingdom ní tiyín, ẹ̀yin ò ní exit, kò sí bá a ṣe lè ṣe ńjọ́kan, àwa máa lọ ṣáà ni, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, gọ́vnà lẹ́yìn bá ti ṣe méjì, àbí speaker nìkan ṣáà àti house, àwọn náà lè pẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀yin náà, but ńjọ́kan wọ́n á yọ wọ́n náà, bẹ́ẹ̀ yín, tẹ́ bá ti wọ̀ báyìí, kingdom ni, Ọlọ́run á dúró tì yín o, ẹ̀mí á lò gan o. To all of our party faithfuls that are here, nítorí tí gangan náà ni o, thank you very much. Our market men, our market women, CDC, CDA, all of our various ethnic groups, ethnic national, all of our stakeholders that have turned out here in large number. I want to thank all of you. You have been here since 9 o'clock, and patiently, you have seen to the end, of this event. Iyaloja General, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And to all of your people from our various markets, to our leadership of our various ethnic national, thank you very, very much. Today is a day that Lagos State APC is truly, truly happy to God. We're happy as a people because we can see unity coming around each and every one of us here today. I forgot to acknowledge members of the National Executive Council, our ministers that have joined us. I acknowledge you very, very warmly. Thank you very much, sir. Today, you can see that as a body, we have come to show ourselves from the various levels. We started by engaging with a welcome address by our state chairman. And is a pastor, but is a pastor with a difference. Is a pastor that has a calling. Colinius Ojelabi, thank you very, very much for your leadership. Everybody has thanked you, but we cannot thank you enough. This is what your party initiative, and we had come here to support you. We have no other party. You are the one that is leading us as a party, and you have shown leadership here today. Thank you, you and your entire State Executive Council. Thank you very much. We indeed appreciate what you have done for us, what you have been able to galvanize all of us here today. After you, we listened to one of our fathers on a special request. Former Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, he had expressed to us, all of the things that we need to do. And Baba Tajuddin Oluyolisi has further ventilated that after all of this, we need to still go back and set up working committees that will ensure that the useful paper that Governor Fashola has pushed forward to us, that it will work. All of your observations and all the things you had mentioned to us, there are things that we're going to take back to ensure that it is not just a talk shop and that we can take the lessons from what you have brought for us. We got goodwill message from our national chairman, here ably represented by our national secretary, where commendations were passed on to what we're seeing at the national level, both at the party e-registration exercise that is going and also the continuous voter registration that is also going. All of these were well taken. were well documented, and we're happy that all of these are things that we have ticked out of the box. Pushing from there, we listen to all of our representatives. Schoolboy, who is the leader of the House of Rep caucus in Abuja. Dolapo Badru came forward to express what they're doing and to assure us that they will continue to work with the party structure at both the national and state level. The senators also came forward, expressing all of the things they've done, all of the representation they've been able to do for us at National Assembly in Abuja. Thank you very much, distinguished senators. Thereafter, the executive in Lagos, led by Mr. Deputy, also came forward to express what we're doing at the state government, just so that we can carry you, our stakeholders, along. Thereafter, members of the National Executive Council that are from Lagos, all the three of them, also came forward, from the Honorable Minister of Education to the Honorable Minister of Trade and Investment to the Honorable Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy. They've also listed all the things that they're doing. Our father and our leader came forward to wrap it up and express to us that there's a need for us to continue to work together as a body. My assignment is very simple. It's for us to see that there's a need for this stakeholder engagement to stand and to rise for an endorsement. To stand and to rise for an endorsement. And it is therefore my honor. The endorsement, unfortunately, will not be done by the Cabinet of Lagos alone. I will ask the Deputy Governor to wait. All the other cabinet members, you can excuse us because you have danced. We will come back and dance again. Thank you very much. Please, let's give them a round of applause. They are the engine room. If they tell the governor to jump, how high in it, I'll jump. Yeah. So, for us to do the endorsement, we need one representative of our stakeholders. I will ask Baba Oluyole, Tajuddin Oluyole, to send me a representative from the GAC. The chairman of the party is here in his capacity as our state chairman. So maybe he's the secretary or one of the leaders of GAC will join us. Former governor, the two of you will please join us. Governor Hakeem Miambode, Governor Babatunde Fashola, please join us for the endorsement. One of the senators, among you, who will come and represent you in the Senate. One of you will come and join us. One of the representatives from the House of Representatives will also come forward and join us. The Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly will represent Honorable Faleke. Yes, you've been chosen from the Green Chamber. The chair of the local government for 57, please come. We want one of our royal fathers. Ayogbore Abi is the vice chairman. Only one per division. Ikorodu division here. Okpeluwa, Lagos division. Alara Tidide, Ekpe division. Badagry division. Ikeja division. Women leader, join. Wow, women leader. Iyaloja General, join us. The chair of CDC. One National Executive Council. Honorable Minister for Education, one representative National Working Committee. Okay, he's our National Youth. Our Southwest Chairman, Kekemeke. Youth, student youth, one member of the youth. One member physically challenged. Yeah, my boy. Stakeholder and everybody. Yaloja. What do I mean? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ẹ ṣé rí pé ìdúró yìí ṣe rí pé ó dúró complete. Ṣe rí pé ó dúró complete àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ìdúró yìí dẹ̀ ní pé gbogbo wa láti mú irinṣẹ́ ta fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní APC tó jẹ́ ìgbálẹ̀ wa láti mú dání. Yìí ta fẹ́ ṣe yìí ní agbára Ọlọ́run kò ń ṣe ti kú kò ń ṣe tàrùn. Ní agbára Ọlọ́run Ọlọ́run á dá ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa sí. Yìí ta fẹ́ ṣe yìí ni pé gbogbo àwọn oṣojú tó jáde yìí a fẹ́ ní dájú pé ní agbára Ọlọ́run Mr. President wa President Bola Ahmed Tinubu gbogbo wa ta jẹ́ APC stakeholder ní Èkó a fẹ́ fi endorsement wọn pé ní ìdúró ilé ní ohun wa ohun ẹlẹ́dàá wa pé kó máa tẹ̀síwájú sí kọ́lọ́ndẹ̀ fún ọ ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ láti padà wá lẹ́lẹ́kejì àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú inú dídùn àti àlàáfíà tó bá dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ báyìí wọ́n pé ó ti dé gbogbo 35 other states ní bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ nítorí Èkó gangan òun la mú inú ẹ̀gọ́ náà a máa bú báyìí ní ọ̀dẹ̀ ní ipa ọ̀dẹ̀ ní yọ àmú yẹn gangan la gbé kalẹ̀ lẹ́ni pé bọ́ Ọlọ́run ṣe fún wa tó jẹ́ pé as the 12th governor of Lagos ló wá become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria ní agbára Ọlọ́run ní agbára gbogbo ẹ̀yin stakeholder yìí náà ló máa tún wọlé lẹ́lẹ́kejì sí ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ APC APC kábà lè ṣe for one ó kù díẹ̀ thank you we want to do it properly so we have spoken in our mother language. It's important for us to also let everybody in the nooks and cranny of our country know what this is all about. This is about our roots. This is about Lagos. This is about what we stood for. This is about what all of us as stakeholders in APC truly believed in. Our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, was once time the 12th governor in Lagos State. We have listened to all of our stakeholders here today, and by unanimous decision which we are going to ask somebody to move and somebody to second, that all of the representatives of the stakeholders on this stage have come to the conclusion that he, President and Commander-in-Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should present himself by the General House here as stakeholders in Lagos State APC for him to return as our president. I will ask one of our traditional rulers to move, and I will ask the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly to so second, so that it is an inclusive conversation here. Eshe? ẹ̀rẹ́gbẹ́ wa bí ẹ̀rẹ́gbẹ́ wa bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣẹgbẹ́ yín jàtijàti. ẹ̀rẹ́gbẹ́ wa bí ẹ̀rẹ́gbẹ́ wa bí ẹ̀rẹ́gbẹ́ wa bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣẹgbẹ́ yín jàtijàti. ẹ̀rẹ́gbẹ́ wa bó ṣe rí. On behalf of the traditional rulers in Lagos State, I, Kabiru Adewale Shotobi, the Ayongunrin of Ikorodu, èmi tí mo ti jọba tí mo ti gbọ́ba mi tí mo ń forí adé sọ lẹ́nìí wípé we in Lagos State we endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to go for the second time. So I moved.
Right, Honorable Speaker.
APC, in view of the submissions made by stakeholders, thank you.
Solo.
In view of the submissions made by all the stakeholders and motion just being moved by our Royal Majesty of Ikorodu, I do hereby second the motion on behalf of my colleagues from Lagos State House of Assembly and the people of Lagos State. I so second.
So those are in favor say. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It has been properly moved and properly seconded, and I believe that this message will get to Aso Rock, will get to Villa, and will get to all the nooks and crannies of this great country. Thank you very much. Kwamon. Any against? Oh, wow.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. On this note, we have the honor of inviting the Right Honorable Mudatsiru Ajayi Obasa, Speaker, Lagos House of Assembly, to give the vote of thanks to this event.
Solo. K1, thank you very much for the support. I think my assignment is very simple. A lot has been done. Those who have spoken earlier on have recognized all our leaders, party leaders, the elected and the non-elected. They have recognized everybody. It's for me to just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Our GSC leaders, we thank you. Our KBAC, we thank you. The senators representing Lagos, we thank you. The members, House of Reps, we thank you. And our former governors, we thank you. Iyaloja General, we thank you. And our party loyalists, we can't thank you enough. We will continue to appreciate you and to support you in your desire to continue to generate votes for our party in Lagos State. And the elected council chairman, thank you, God bless you. Thank you, all of you, God bless you abundant.
We also appreciate Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa. Also here, we appreciate the presence of Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa.